May God be with you all.
Energy on the track, boy.
Happy New Year to everybody, this is Lou and I made this video just to share with you the build that I'm using and some tips. And this is for all of my other fellow Crusaders that love Battleground in Diablo Immortal. So for green set items, I would recommend that you equip 4-piece mountebank, 2-piece Vithus, and for the other two, you could go for either Barons to extend your harmful effects, or Banquet, Shalbaz, or Grace. You would also want to have max slots for the set items that are supposed to have 3 slots, and that is for your necklace, your belt, your hand, your boots, and your 2 bracelets. And on those slots on your green set items, you would want to put normal gems that would boost your armor penetration, and resistance. So these are the most important stats for Crusaders. And if you're gonna ask me if I have all the money in the world, I would maximize my armor. And next, for your cursed gears, you'd want to get 6-piece nettled if you wanted to be able to repel damage and counter attack at the same time. Although I prefer to have warband invocations that trigger the passive that either stuns the enemies or immobilizes them. So unfortunately this season I got a lot of cursed items, so I have no choice but to put nettled on them. But I prefer to have warband weapons because I feel like it's much stronger and there are no negative effects from it as well. So be sure to check your tableau, make sure that it's always updated with the strongest weapons that are contributed by your warband members. Alright, so yeah, unfortunately I don't have that passive that stuns the enemies when you're attacked, so I have no choice but to use the passive that calls lightning instead. So as far as I know, there are only 2 passives that stuns the enemies, so you would want to stop enemies from moving. I also recommend that you carefully review your demonic remains. As much as possible, you'd want to get demonic remains to give you fortitude and willpower. So for those who doesn't know, fortitude gives you armor and armor penetration, and willpower gives you potency and resistance. So just try to balance it out. Now if you're getting confused with what gears to use, just always remember that your priority stat is fortitude. Now for my gears, I'm using Arrow Keeper, Iron Suzerain for chest, for shoulders I'm using Wind Blast Pauldrons, for pants I'm using Permanent Reproach, for main hand I'm using Incandescence and Observer, for offhand I'm using Lustre Titanic and Blinding Wall. And you will see why I'm using all these gears in the gameplay that I'll share with you later. You would want to have fortitude and willpower in all of your gears, but then again still consider the magic attributes. So among all other stats, you want to have high armor, armor penetration, and resistance. And you can do that by choosing gears that have fortitude and willpower. I'm using Holy Banner, Condemn, and Falling Sword to charge into enemy backlines and gather them, which would allow my teammates to finish them off. So I would recommend that you only stay for about 3 seconds when you charge in, and hit your Conjuration of Light button to be able to get out of nasty situations. It seems that with 4-piece mountebank, the Warden Paragon, and the Illustrious Titanic, which is an essence on your offhand, it allows you to last longer in team fights. So you would definitely want to try that out. For familiars, choose those that help you survive more in battlegrounds. So currently I'm using familiars that give me damage reduction passives and some boost to my critical damage. And the most important tip that I could probably share with you is that you need to awaken your shoulder gear. It's a must-have because this will allow you to have a better cooldown for your Conjuration of Light, and with more Conjuration of Light availability in Battleground, the better the chances of winning the battle. Before I forget, I also wanted to share the Reforged bonus attributes that I'm using on my gears. So currently I have 3 Tremor and 3 Jolt, and for the other 2 I have 1 Barrier and 1 Vengeance family. Although I'm looking forward to change the other 2 to Tremor and Jolt as well. So I hope that all these tips would help you in your Crusader setup. If you have any suggestions or recommendations, hope you could comment it down below. Here's the gameplay. Thank you for watching and peace out.